evening, Charla. Will Emil be getting off of work late again today? He has been getting off late these days, and I wanted to know.
Good evening, Annie. He told me he has another meeting to attend and it might take a while. He will be a few hours late. He messaged me about it earlier.
Oh, I see. I've been trying to get a hold of him, but I guess he has been in his meetings. He hasn't been responding to any of my messages.
How come you need to talk to him? Is there something going on?
Well, I guess I can just tell you since he's not responding. I ended up making way too much food for dinner tonight. There's no way Mike and I can eat it all on our own. Can you stop by and pick up some food for Emil? There's only extra for him, by the way. You won't be able to have any.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to come over now?
Yes. Is that a problem? The food I make is the best and clearly delicious. I don't want any to go to waste. I want Emil to eat it. I already know that you can't even make a proper meal. Just so you know, a simple peanut butter and jelly sandwich isn't a proper dinner.
Where did you hear that? That's not true. I can cook.
Oh, really? Because I can tell just from looking at you that you are not capable of much. But at the end of the day, I am much older than you and know what's best. I can see right through you, and you are nothing but a child. There are just so many things wrong with you.
I don't understand where this is coming from, or why you think of me as a child. I have always cooked my own meals. I cook for Emil all the time. I have also lived on my own and have paid my own rent for a very long time. Growing up, my mother taught me how to be independent and how to cook.
Is that so? But Emil only really seems to like my food. Every time he sees me, he asks me to make him something. Anyway, I need you to come to pick up the food so that he actually has something good to eat after a long day of work. I wonder why he hasn't been responding to my messages lately. It is so strange. It still says that he hasn't read any of them.
Yeah, very strange. But okay, I'll pick up the food.
Good. I'm upset because I wanted him to come over today and have dinner with me, but it always seems like he's working. I guess he has been doing well, so they gave him more things to work on. I spent a lot of time making this dinner. Oh, I also ran out of Tupperware, so please bring some with you.
Yes, he's been very busy. I'll let him know about dinner and give it to him later, too.
Oh, one more thing. Can you also stop by the grocery store on the way here? There were a few things that I forgot to pick up. Can you also pay for it? Mike hasn't given me my money yet for this month.
Oh, okay then. What do you need?
I need some spinach, kale, and lettuce for a salad I want to make. I also need you to pick up a steak.
A steak?
Yes, that's right. I know it's expensive, but I'm sure you will buy it for me.
I mean, it is really expensive, though. Not to mention that I have to walk to your house, so that's a 20-minute walk. This is a lot for me to carry. And what you're asking for is a bit out of my price range right now.
Don't you have a car?
Emil and I share the car. He has it for today, so I have to walk if I want to go somewhere.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Can't you just pay for an Uber or take the bus?
I don't want to have to spend money on transportation, too. I'm already buying your groceries.
Do you really think it's that expensive? You really are a country girl.
I know it's not crazy expensive, but I just don't want to have to spend any more money than I have to. Instead of steak, can I buy you a chicken? It would be much cheaper and chicken is still delicious. I'll buy everything if that's the case. I'm sorry, but I just don't want to spend a lot of money on food.
Doesn't your family work on a farm? Didn't you also grow up on one? You should know what food is best and why I want it. You should also be strong enough to carry it all, too. Can't you just get what I told you to get instead of complaining about it?
I did grow up on a farm and my family does work on one, but that has nothing to do with me buying food. You are asking for things that are too expensive.
What is with that answer? You are so useless. I thought you could at least do this much for your mother-in-law. But fine, go ahead and get the chicken instead. Just know that I'm not happy about this.
Thank you for understanding.
But usually, a wife does much more for her husband's family than this. Helping out their mother-in-law and keeping up with housework is something you need to learn how to do better. Just be grateful that I'm not asking you to come over and clean too. I just keep seeing all of these flaws that you have. Please do something about them and learn how to be a better wife. I'm sure it was because you were raised on a farm. I guess you have been hanging around animals too much. It's not like your parents could have taught you proper manners.
Please stop. These aren't very nice things to say. Especially when I'm running errands for you and paying for your groceries.
You are doing the bare minimum. I can see that you also lack common sense. I'm sure your parents were too stupid to teach you that, though. You are far from being a good enough wife for my son.
Sorry that I can't be perfect.
Well, anyway, please just go and buy my groceries and pick up Emil's dinner. Also, don't forget to bring your own Tupperware. Understood.
I understand.
You are leaving right now, right?
Yes, I am. I'll try to be there as soon as possible.
Then I'll be seeing you soon. Will Emil be home on time today, or does he still have work to do?
Oh, hi, Annie. Yeah, he should actually be coming home soon.
Ah, I see. He still doesn't reply to any of my messages. It also says that he hasn't read any of them. Can you please tell him to read them when he gets home?
Yeah, sure.
Also, did he like the dinner I gave him? I spent so much time making it. I would at least like to hear if he likes it or not.
Yes, he did. I'm sure he just forgot to message you and tell you how it was. He has been really busy lately. He said it was delicious.
Of course he was happy with it. I've been doing all the cooking for him since he was little. He just loves my cooking. I'm sure he feels absolutely starved only having you around. It is not like you can provide him with a proper meal.
Well, since you feel that way, how about you teach me how to make that dish? I think Emil would be happy if you taught me.
Maybe I will someday. We will see. But knowing you, you wouldn't have the skills to make a dish like that. I think I'll wait to teach someone who is more capable in Emil's future. By the way, are you planning on going to your parents' place for Christmas Eve?
Yes. I plan on going home to visit my family this year. Since Emil and I always go to your house, I thought it would be okay if we went to my parents' home for a change this year. I haven't spent the holidays with my family in a while. Is that okay with you?
No, it's not. Emil should always be home for the holidays with his own family, not someone else's. I also need you here to help me prepare for the party.
But my mom and dad have already made preparations for us. They really are looking forward to us coming up this year for the holidays. Emil has already agreed to this plan and wants to visit my family for a change.
But I just don't see why. Emil always wants to come home for the holidays. Did you bribe him or something?
No, he just thought that we should spend it with my family this year since we never do.
Then in that case, can you tell me how much paid time off he has for next year? If he is missing the holidays with me, then he should make time for me later. It is so cruel what you both are doing. You are both being so selfish right now. Leaving me all alone for the holidays.
We thought it would be fine since we have visited you every year. Not to mention that you throw a large party with your family, so we didn't think you would be all alone. But about Emil's paid time off, I'll have to talk to him about it. He has been really busy with work and might not want to take the time off. Don't you think it is good that he is working a lot and doing well?
Yes, that's true. But he should always make time for his mother.
Anyway, we have already decided to see my family for the holidays this year. Emil is excited about it too. My parents remodeled the guest bedroom for us and everything. But I'll let Emil know how you feel about this.
Yeah, I'm sure you did a lot of convincing to get him to go with you. I just don't understand why my son had to marry a girl that comes from a poor farm family. But I have faith in him. He is still young and has plenty of time to remarry.
What's this about remarrying?
Oh, sorry. Did I offend you? It just looks like my true opinions about your slipping out. I guess I'll just come out and say it. I wish my son didn't marry some country farm girl whose family has no money. It's disgusting.
I'm sorry?
I wanted my future daughter-in-law's family to be rich and well off, and most definitely not living on a stinky farm. Plus, your family lives out in the middle of nowhere. Everything about you and your family is just wrong and not what I wanted.
I'm sorry that my family and I don't live up to your standards perfectly, but you have the wrong idea about it all. They actually live in a really nice area. If you'd like, you can come to visit one day and I'm sure you will change your mind about everything.
Absolutely not. They probably live right in the middle of some field. I'm sure there are a lot of disgusting bugs crawling around. There are probably snakes, frogs, and other creatures, too. I just can't associate myself with things like that or people like you. It's gross.
I see. That's too bad then. It is really beautiful.
It doesn't matter. I hate nature, bugs, and animals. I'm not happy with the way this conversation turned out. Don't you ever mention me coming to visit your parents' place ever again. Just thinking about it makes me sick. I can already imagine how the farm in your house must smell.
Okay then. I understand. I won't try and convince you to come visit my family anymore. I didn't know you disliked nature or animals that much.
There's still one more thing I need to talk to Emil about Christmas Eve. Tell him to reply to my messages as soon as he gets home. I'd rather speak to him privately and not through you.
Okay. He will be home soon, so I'll let him know. He should actually be home any minute now.
Okay. Please do. Charla, what time do you plan on coming over on Christmas?
I'm not sure how long it will exactly take. It depends on the traffic. It could be a while. Since my parents' place is a couple of hours away, the soonest I'll get there is probably around noon.
Just why couldn't both of you agree to stay with the tradition at my place? The whole family plans to be here around 11 a.m. I don't see why you had to go to your parents' place. Can't you get here earlier? I need your help cooking for everyone.
This was the agreement. We spend Christmas Eve with my parents and see you on Christmas Day for the party. And I didn't know you were planning on having me cook for everyone this year.
Well, now you know. I can't do it all by myself. I need your help, so just leave your parents' place earlier.
Okay, then I'll help. What time do you want me over there by?
Okay, good. I need you to be here 9 a.m. at the latest. I also need you to do the shopping because I won't have time for that. You can do that for me, right?
You want me to go shopping too? It will already be difficult for me to be there at that time as it is. I also don't know how the traffic will be.
You'll be fine. Just leave super early in the morning. I'll send you the grocery list. So I need you to be here with the groceries right at 9 a.m.
How long is that list? What kind of food do you need? Turkey?
Yeah, the works. Turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, stuffing, you name it. But don't worry. I'll help you cook and prepare some of the food. Then I'll leave the rest to you.
You know there's literally no way I can buy that stuff Christmas morning and then cook it in time for dinner. I really think you need to get that stuff yourself and start prepping at least the day before. I'll try my best to get there as soon as possible to help, although I can't promise to be there right at 9 a.m.
Just when I thought you couldn't stoop any lower. You're actually refusing to cook Christmas dinner.
I think we need to be realistic with our expectations here.
Fine, but trust me when I say that Emil will be hearing about your attitude.
I have no doubt that he will.
Then, right when you get here, could you set up the snacks and drink table? Then would I be too presumptuous in assuming that you will be available to at least serve the food?
I think I can do that.
You think? Then once everyone leaves, I need you to help me clean up. Speaking of cleaning, you might as well just stay over because there is going to be a lot of cleaning to be done.
That seems like a lot for just me to do. Can't you also ask Emil and Mike to help too?
You will be fine doing this on your own. You can at least do this. I'm only asking you to do the bare minimum, considering you're shirking your cooking duties. All my husband and Emil do is work. I'm sure they would like a break. Us women should at least be able to provide food and clean up the house.
I don't mean to be rude, but the role of women has changed. We don't just cook and clean. I also have a job too. In my family, everyone works and helps around the house.
Did you not read my messages properly? This is how it works in my family. I don't care how you were raised. The men stick to working and providing income while women cook and clean.
Really? You seem to be very old-fashioned. The women in my family work. My dad helps with the cleaning and cooking too.
Oh, I see. We have very different viewpoints on household positions, don't we? But that's because your family is poor and uneducated. You all run on a poor mentality way of living. I guess that's how farm folk are. Anyway, this is how we do things in the city. Be here 9 a.m. sharp. No excuses. I don't care how many mud pits you guys get stuck in out in the boonies.
We'll do our best.
My whole family expects to be catered to the moment they get here, which is 11 a.m. There is a lot of preparation that needs to be done, which is why I'm telling you way ahead of time. And don't forget about the shopping.
What? I thought we agreed that you should do the shopping in advance.
Yes, but you could at least pick up a dessert, don't you think?
Oh, I see. I'm not trying to make any excuses, but won't all the stores be closed that day?
I know a place that will be open. It is actually pretty far from my house, so you will have to drive past my house and then come back. I'll give you some gas money, but it won't be much. Don't worry about it all too much, though. You'll be fine as long as you wake up super early. You understand everything, right? At least I let you know what needs to be done 2 months in advance. I don't want to hear any complaining later.
No, I understand. Thank you for telling me now rather than later. I will tell Emil all of this too so that he knows the plan.
I already messaged him earlier, but that boy never replies to me. It's like he's ignoring me. How rude. I'll talk to him about this the next time I see him.
Oh, I see. Anyway, I have some shopping I need to get done today. I need to go now. I'll be in touch.
Oh, wait a second. Where are you going shopping?
A place right near my house. Why?
Then can you pick me up a pound of chicken and some broccoli? I also need some eggs and olive oil. I'm running out. I need these things in order to make dinner tonight. Please bring them to me as quickly as possible. I'm already hungry.
Yeah, sure. Since Emil has the car again, I'll be walking, so it will be a while. I don't want to feel rushed. I'm also assuming you want me to buy these things for you as well?
Yes, thanks. I'm looking forward to my dinner tonight. It is also just so much better when someone does the shopping for you. All I have to do is cook. Chicken and vegetables sound so good.
Yeah, sounds great. I'll see you soon.
Charla! How much longer are you going to be? Everyone is waiting on you. Just what in the world are you doing? My family is thirsty and trying to have a good time, but you're ruining it. We need our drinks.
I'm not coming back. I'm done.
What did you just say to me? I sent you out to get more beer. How hard of a task is that? Come back right now.
You keep sending me out to get things for you. I know your true intentions, and I'm done being your servant.
What do you mean? You are being ridiculous.
I have already went back and forth shopping at different places for you 3 times already. I'm your son's wife. I'm not your maid. You're just making things difficult on purpose for me at this point.
Really? How childish of you to assume something like that.
You made me leave my parents' place early Christmas morning so I could come help you. After going through all of that trouble and leaving my family to be here, I'm still not good enough for you. You still won't give me a moment's rest. Why do you keep treating me like this? You pushed me around and put me down.
Oh my. You are really upset over a few simple tasks. If you have a problem, then you can just leave for good and never come back.
I already did. I'm never going back to your house or doing errands for you ever again.
What about Emil? He is still here. Are you planning on leaving him behind too? Because I'm okay with that.
I'm sure he'll catch up with me. He didn't agree with what you wanted me to do, but you're lucky I'm nice enough to do these things for you even after how you treat me all of the time. Once I message him and tell him what's going on, he will be leaving too. There's also a good chance that he won't be going back either.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and act selfish and confident. You think you are so high and mighty. You are a disgrace. You think you know everything about my son, but you are wrong. An incompetent person like you should have never married into my family.
Okay. We will see what happens then.
You! I can't believe this. Emil and Mike are at your parents' house, right? They have to be. Tell them to come back home immediately. I can't have them there. They will for sure come back smelling like a farm.
Why are you messaging me instead of asking them yourself?
They both never check their phones or respond to my messages. They always have their phones on silent mode or something. It's just so rude.
Okay, I understand. That's just too bad then.
Just tell them for me. This is unacceptable.
But they just told me they don't want to go back home. They said that they are sick of you and your constant complaining. What are you going to do about it?
Excuse me. This isn't funny.
They both are very stuck on the fact that they aren't going to come back. It looks like you finally crossed the line. Did something happen? They are both saying how they are done and don't want to speak to you. It's because you never have anything nice to say and are bossy.
They both really said that. I'm sure this is all happening because of you.
Because of me? Are you seriously blaming me when both your son and husband are claiming that you're the problem? What exactly did I say or do to make you think I'm the problem?
This is all happening because you decided to leave Christmas dinner and pout over something so small. I had to ask them to go run the errands for me, and then you called Emil. After that, they both haven't been home since. I'm sure you said something to Emil, and he convinced Mike to drive him to your parents' place since you took the car. Just what are you scheming?
I simply told Emil what you were doing to me. And according to Mike, he is sick of taking orders from you. I'm sure they both decided to leave for that reason. You don't understand how rude and bossy you are to your own family. This is all happening because of you.
No, you had to have said something strange to both of them. This has nothing to do with me. I'm on my way to your parents' house now. I will talk some sense into them when I get there.
Do you want to know why Mike and your son don't respond to your text messages? Well, it's because you are rude, annoying, and controlling. Every time they answer a phone call or text message, you always ask them to do something for you. If they don't follow your orders exactly, it's never-ending complaining and yelling. They are sick of you.
They both have me blocked.
Yes, that's right. They are both fed up with your behavior. Emil has also blocked you on all of his social media accounts. If you don't believe me, look up his name. I bet you won't get any results. This is why Emil never replies to you and you have to message me to get through to him. Understand now?
Is that really why I can never get a hold of them? But why would they do something like that? I don't understand. I'm his mother. I command you to tell them to change the settings on their phones right now. I have a lot to say to them about this.
No. Why should I? You seriously don't understand the situation at all. They chose to do that to you on their own for this very reason. They are both adults and you can't command them to do anything. They set their own boundaries with you. The way you boss everyone around is not okay. We are your family, not your servants. I don't boss people around, but I am the family matriarch. If I need someone to do something for me, then they must do it. You literally yell at them at any chance you get. You also make fun of me and my family since we own a farm. You also make fun of me as I'm out running errands for you and paying for your groceries. You have never treated me like family. You also mentioned several times that I am not a good wife. That's why I had enough and left to spend the rest of the holidays with my own family, who actually love and appreciate me. I'm sure that's why Mike and Emil ended up leaving too. You married into my family. Everything that I have said to you is nothing but constructive criticism in order to make you a better person. I have put up with you for so long. Even last year's Christmas was a mess because of you. You stuck to Mike like glue and followed him around everywhere. Do you understand how weird that looked? You looked like a little puppy in love. Are you serious? I was only with him and Emil a lot of the time because Mike loved hearing my stories about the farm. It was really nice talking about my family history, since no one else ever asks or cares. What made it awkward was you. You never realized that the way you act is what causes people to be uncomfortable. Don't you dare put the blame on me. You are the one who makes me act out the way I do. Last year, Emil and Mike were supposed to go out and get some more drinks, but forgot because you kept hogging them. You need to stop checking out my husband. What the hell are you going on about? You have a lot of insecurity issues because that's not how things were. You know that Mike is on the younger side. And then after I came up to you three and gave you all a piece of my mind, you talked back to me. You made a scene and were clearly pulling for sympathy from everyone. You were horrible and everyone in the room was disgusted with you. The only horrible person making a scene and screaming false accusations was you. People left and felt uncomfortable because of you. All you have done is make crazy accusations about me. Mike is clearly bothered by how you treat him, and so is Emil. Your ego is blinding you from the truth. Liar! Stop speaking to me like that as if you know everything. Everything you have just said is false. Plus, I have to take charge when it comes to Mike because he's an idiot. Same with Emil. They both don't know when to shut up and do what they are told. And you need to realize that saying those things to the people you love is not okay. That right there is exactly the behavior I'm talking about. You need to stop commanding them to do everything for you and telling them to shut up. I think you should properly apologize to both of them when you get here. They both have good hearts. I'm sure a simple and genuine apology and change in your behavior can bring them back. Get on your knees if you have to. They said this is your last chance before you lose them forever. Huh! You better stop messing with me. All three of you. As if I would apologize for doing nothing wrong. Mike's parents were good to you, right? Yes. Why are you asking me this out of nowhere? And you said you were an only child and your family wasn't that great to you. I know his parents provided everything for you. They gave you that house you both live in. Plus, they treated you like you were their own daughter. They spoiled you and you never had to work a day in your life thanks to Mike and his family. Everything you have is because of Mike's parents. If you lose him, you will lose everything else that you have. You need to shut up. What do you know? Did you forget who you're talking to? I'm the boss here. Once I get there, you are all going to be in so much trouble. I don't think so. I think you need to prepare yourself for what's about to happen. You missed your last chance to apologize, and it's all downhill from here. Mike and Emil aren't the only people here. My parents are too, and they won't let you do a single thing to us. You need to compose yourself or you will be the one in trouble. No one likes what you have been saying. We are all reading this whole conversation. My father is especially upset with you. Compose myself? Oh, please.
Who does your father think he is? Whatever. I'm done with being angry. I just need the three of you to hurry up and get back here.
That's too bad. The three of us don't seem to ever be going back. Ever. Why would we go back when you're acting like this to us still?
What? I'm acting just fine.
It looks like Mike has taken a liking to my father's work. They have been talking a lot these past few days. Mike has always had an office job, right? He loves the farm and nature here a lot, and he wants to stay and work here instead. He is tired of the same thing every day, and he doesn't exactly like his job. Isn't that great? He will finally be doing something he enjoys.
He likes the farm and the nature out there. You mean, he really wants to stay and work there?
Yeah, and I know how much you hate that stuff. You and Mike are complete opposites. He is set on staying here. He is done with office work and would rather retire and do some farm work for my father. Oh, looks like he just signed a contract with my father. It really is happening.
There's no way. You have to be lying to me. You just want to see me worried.
Well, believe it because it's happening. He is also going to divorce you.
A divorce?
You missed your chance to apologize. It looks like he's fed up with how you treat him and is ready for a change. All you ever do is push him around.
Wait a second. I have been nothing but a good wife to him and he knows it. I even gave him a wonderful son. Why would he dare to even try and divorce me when he knows he can't live without me? He is useless on his own.
According to Emil and Mike, you were quite the opposite. You always needed their support and you were never in the right mood to actually support them. Emil wants to stay here as well. That way he can stay near his father and get to know my parents better. We are going to sell our house too.
What about me then?
I was told that you have plenty of family and that they should be able to help you in some sort of way if you ask nicely. They are not worried about you at all. They are done with you. Their advice to you is to be kind when asking for a place to stay or for any financial support, because you wouldn't want your family to see how you really behave with that attitude of yours. Otherwise, you will be on your own. Mike has also hated your family for so long because all they do is gossip and he can't stand it. Emil and Mike are ready to leave you and your family behind.
I'm sick of listening to all of this. They are making irrational decisions and not thinking straight. Just tell them to come home. Now.
No, they are staying here.
Give me a reason to believe any of this.
The two of them have started blueprints for a house. My family owns several large plots of land and they don't mind sharing. My father also built our house and he is going to help Emil and Mike build one.
As if I could believe something like that. How can a poor family like you afford to do that?
Whether you believe it or not, my family makes a lot of money. Mike is also going to use all of his retirement money to build the house. This is all happening.
Retirement money? Is he serious? He is out of his mind. He needs to think about this properly because half of his retirement money was supposed to be for me.
Too bad. He is using that money for himself as he should. He also plans to work on our farm to keep himself busy and make some extra cash. He is old enough to think for himself. Emil feels the same way. He is going to quit his job and work on the farm too. My parents pay extremely well.
Their heads are clearly up in the clouds right now. They can't do this. There is just no way my husband is leaving me and my son is going to choose some stinky farm girl over me. They have always loved living in the city. I'll give it some time. They won't survive longer than a week out there. They can't handle being poor.
Stop being so damn rude. You don't even know what you're talking about. My family isn't poor. We have our own brand of produce that we sell in grocery stores nationwide. Remember all the grocery shopping I did for you? The brands of vegetables that you buy are all from my family's farm. We make over $300,000 a month. You have a very twisted idea of farm life.
$300,000 a month? You must be joking. Your family is just country farm folk. There is no way I'm going to believe a ridiculous number like that.
How about you stop believing in stereotypes because you are clearly wrong? My family is hardworking and we are self-made. Mike will be a great help to my father. We are always looking for extra help. It's time for you to wake up. Pretty soon the truth is going to hit you hard once you are left all alone.
To just do this and leave me all alone. How dare they? Such traitors!
They are not traitors. They are just done with your attitude. You did this to yourself, but it seems like you will never believe that. If you would have just properly apologized when I gave you the opportunity and changed your attitude, things would have been different. You probably would have gotten a second chance, but now you are going to have to live the rest of your life on your own.
There's nothing for me to apologize for. I have done nothing wrong. I was the perfect mother and wife. They are the ones who don't understand everything I have done for them. I cooked for them and gave them a roof over their heads. And I will never live a poor, dirty country life.
I understand. What you did was the bare minimum for them. Enjoy living by yourself forever. I'm sure it will be difficult since you haven't worked a day in your life. I suggest that you start looking for a job. You won't have much time.
That will be easy. Tell Emil and Mike that they will be lost without me. And tell them that if they want to run home crying, that I won't be there for them.
Okay, I will, but I don't think they are going to care. They already seem happy. I wonder how much you will have to work in order to keep yourself from ending up homeless. Mike's family is already working on selling that house they gave you. You have 60 days to get out. You will have to rent an apartment and pay rent and utilities all on your own. It isn't cheap.
Don't you dare talk to me as if you have won. I am strong and independent. I will have no issues working and finding my own place.
Wow, that's amazing. Living by yourself is difficult these days. Anyway, Emil says goodbye. Make sure you prepare yourself. Good luck! Mike will see you in court. Annie never showed up at my parents' house, but then I already knew she was bluffing. She doesn't have the guts to cause a scene in front of my family. Mike and my father became good friends and soon finished planning the blueprints of the house. Emil and Mike really enjoy doing farm work. They find it peaceful and fun. My family has always been wealthy, and we have beautiful plots of land and a large house that we built together as a family. Annie didn't seem to understand any of it. After Mike and Annie's divorce went through, Mike felt a huge weight lift off of his shoulders. He was free at last. Annie, on the other hand, broke down crying and begging for forgiveness, but no one cared. Emil was happy for his father, too. Years of torment were finally over. Annie was given 60 days to remove herself from Mike's house. She struggled to find a job and a place to live. This was all new to her. She begged me to help her, but I blocked her number without replying. Her family refused to help her as well because she couldn't ask nicely. She did this to herself, and whatever happens next doesn't concern us. The three of us are finally living the happy life we deserve on my family's farm. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Hey, where's the food? I'm starving out here, yet I don't see any food.
What food? Aren't you still at work?
No, of course not. I'm at home right now about to die because you're not doing your job properly.
Oh, I didn't know you were home already. I thought you always still had work at this time.
No, I finished early today. I worked so hard today after all. Finished my entire day's worth of work and even some of tomorrow's. And because I was working so hard, I didn't even have time to eat. That's why I came rushing right home for something to eat. So could you hurry up, please, and make me something?
Oh, I see, so that's what happened. Sorry about that, but you could have let me know about it. Maybe give me a call or something next time?
I don't see why I would need to do that. You never have anything to do anyways, and you're always at home. I shouldn't have to call you for every little thing. Besides, where even are you right now?
Oh, I just took a little trip down to the grocery store. buying ingredients for today's dinner. Not sure what to make yet, though.
You clearly have your priorities wrong. Why are you still there wasting time? When your man comes home tired from working all day, the least you can do is hurry up with whatever you're doing and come home to cook. Stop taking so long thinking about what to make and just put it into action. It's not that hard to understand. You're lucky enough to just live as a housewife. At least do the small amount of work you have to do properly so as not to distress me.
You say that, but it's not even 5 p.m. yet. How was I meant to know that you'd be home already? You didn't say a word to me that you were coming home this early.
It's not a matter of knowing about it or not. You are my wife. You do not have a job, and you are not earning money. As a housewife, it's expected that you have food ready on the table when I get home. It's the least that you can do, and it's such a simple job. I don't want to hear any more of your petty excuses.
But you don't usually come home this early.
And that's exactly what I meant by petty excuses. Do your job. Clean the house. Do the laundry. Have food ready for me when I come home. It's not that hard. It irritates me knowing that you can't even achieve these simple tasks while I'm out at work, tiring myself out every single day.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna quickly buy what's already in my cart and head right home. Even then, I won't be home immediately. I think it'll be around an hour or so before dinner is ready.
Completely unacceptable. An hour is way too long. Just forget it. If you're gonna be useless like this, I'm just gonna go to a restaurant.
Hey, wait a sec. Come on. I won't take that long to come back. I'm nearly done. I'll go straight home. If you're really that hungry, there's some food in the fridge that you could heat up.
You expect me to eat some leftovers? I'm your husband, not some pig.
No, they're not leftovers. I simply just prepped some stuff for later in the week in advance.
Either way, that's ridiculous. You should only be serving freshly cooked food. I told you this already. You are expected to cook every meal in this household. Anything that touches a microwave, I won't consider as cooking.
Even if it's reheated, I was still the one that cooked it. You know what? Never mind.
That's a 10-point deduction for you. If you get on the wrong side of me like this again, who knows what I'll do? You better understand that you're living in my house. Don't break my rules ever again.
Okay, I understand.
Hey, my parents are visiting us this Sunday. You better not disappoint them with your cooking.
Oh, is that so? Is it some sort of anniversary?
Who knows? Don't ask me. They just said they wanted to come over and see how we were doing. There's really not much else.
Oh, so it's not some sort of special occasion.
I'm telling you, I don't know. Besides, I told them that we should just go out for dinner or something. But they insisted on coming to our house. So you better not let any of us down with your cooking. Don't forget the drinks too. Get some nice wine to go with the dinner.
Oh, is everyone going to be drinking? Then I assume they're going to stay the night too, right? They usually drive here after all.
Nothing is decided. We'll see on the day. You don't need to think too much about it. Just have everything prepared so that it doesn't matter if they stay or not. Get the guest room cleaned in case they do stay. It's been a while since anyone's used it.
Right, got it.
Also, don't forget about my dad's health. He's been told by his doctor that he needs to watch his blood pressure. He needs to cut down on his salt intake.
About dinner, how about we just order delivery? Then I won't be glued to the kitchen when they come over and everyone can just order what they want, right?
No, of course not. It's exactly these kinds of occasions for you to show off your skills to my parents. There's no better opportunity for you to show them that you're worthy of being my wife. Have some faith in yourself. Your cooking would actually be decent if you just put in that little bit of extra effort.
I'm pretty much always giving it my best.
What? There's no chance that you consider your usual efforts as your best. I think you're underestimating the amount of effort that housewives should be putting into their work. If I worked as hard as you at my job, we'd be living on the street. Seriously, there's plenty of room for you to work harder.
Do you seriously think that? I'm always up before you, cleaning and making breakfast for you before you leave for work. Then I spend the entire day cleaning, doing laundry, shopping for groceries, and preparing dinner for when you come home. You don't see it when you're away, but I'm always working. I'm even still working when you come home. I don't know how you can think I can work any harder than this.
Okay, I get it, but you're exaggerating a little too much just because I can't monitor you while I'm at work. Besides, those groceries all come from my hard-earned money. Stop complaining and at least work a little harder when my parents come to visit. Is that so much to ask?
I haven't really been complaining at all. It's not the first time, after all, that you've told me they're visiting on such short notice.
Well, yeah, of course. You have to deal with such events. When my parents visit, it's your job to show them that we have a great house with a hard-working husband and capable housewife.
Okay, but then what about my parents? You always dislike it when I say that my parents want to come over for a bit.
Obviously, yeah. I don't want to interact with someone else's parents. Also, it doesn't help that your parents don't stop talking. When your parents come over, it makes me feel like an outsider. It's such a pain to keep smiling and pretending their jokes are funny.
Isn't that exactly the same for me with your parents? I wonder if you ever considered that. You need to think about things from my perspective a little.
You say that, but it's not really the same, is it? You've met my parents so many times already. You're basically part of our family at this point anyways. It's not quite the same as me having to make small talk with your parents. Besides, if you want to be treated better by my parents, you better put more effort into your chores and get better at cooking. If you want any respect from them, you have to earn it. It's as simple as that. If there's something you want, you gotta earn it yourself. So you only need to focus on improving yourself as a housewife. Try starting with that. You might start seeing less issues.
Maybe some of what you said is true, but there's something not quite right all the same.
Whatever, just make sure my parents feel welcome this Sunday. I'm expecting the very best from you. I'm always yearning for the day that you will stop being an embarrassment. I'm hoping this time will be the one. Do you understand me?
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so how the heck are you gonna explain what that dinner was? What were you even thinking serving that? You disappointed all of us.
Why, though? I don't understand. I did just as you said. I thought I did a pretty good job with the food. I prepared a nice bottle of red wine to go with it and some nice sparkling with the dessert later. Also, I made sure that the dinner was low in salt content overall for your father's health.
Do I really have to tell you this? Are you dumb? The only one who needs to take care about their salt intake is my dad. What the heck were you thinking, making Mom and I also eat the most bland-tasting hospital food? You even managed to make the wine taste bad when the main dish was that bland. Same issue as always. You're not able to care for these little details, which makes you such a failure of a housewife. Any normal person could use their brain just a little and realize that you could just season the rest of our food properly.
Right. My bad, I guess.
Get out with that attitude. My bad? Give me a proper apology. And not just to me, my mom too, for serving us with inedible trash.
I'm really sorry.
They came all the way here just to visit us. How do you think that was acceptable? Embarrassing me is one thing, but you've now gone and disappointed my parents too.
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is why you don't deserve any respect. You're just a failure.
Sure, I'm a failure for not being able to follow such simple instructions. How about you do it yourself instead then? You're obviously not satisfied with how I do things, and you seem like you know a thing or two about cooking yourself.
What? I'm your husband. I'm not the one who should be doing work around the house. That's your responsibility. You're living in my house with my money. Do you think that you have any right to act so arrogant towards me?
That's not the point I was trying to make. I was simply just suggesting that you could cook for the guests. You seem to always complain about my cooking. I just assumed that you knew better than me. Maybe your parents would be happy for their own son to cook for them sometime.
You're taking the jokes way too far. You're a woman. You can't even earn enough for a house like this, let alone afford your own meals. Disrespecting and arguing with your husband in this matter is the worst thing that you could do as a woman.
You've always been pretty sexist, but that's the most misogynistic statement I've ever heard you say.
Then try this one on for size. Your worth as a woman is single-handedly supported by your status as my wife. Do you not realize that you're truly worthless if I decide to abandon you?
You say that as if I'm your dog or something. Not that you should abandon your dog either, but you can't just say something like that about your wife.
Go to the bedroom right now.
Excuse me?
I'm telling you right now. Go. Check the top drawer of my desk. Try opening it and see for yourself what's inside.
Sure, I guess. And what is this?
Why do you seem so surprised? It's just some divorce papers. They are there as an indication to you that I can abandon you at any time. You are worthless if I ever chose to submit those. You can probably see it, but it's already signed by me.
But why would you? Isn't this a little too much?
Nope. Because of your mistakes this time around, I deducted another 20 points from you. Once you reach 0, I'll be submitting those papers. And for your information, you have 10 points left.
This is ridiculous. I don't see how you think it's acceptable deciding a divorce on your stupid point system.
What? Do you have any issues? If you get on the wrong side of me again, it's gonna be an instant -10. You better do your hardest not to put me in a bad mood.
So you're being serious about all this? It's so stupid getting a divorce just because you got a little upset. Were you always thinking about doing this? You've been going on about those stupid points for a while now.
Yep, that's right. I made sure to keep track every time you would get on my nerves, embarrass me, break the rules of my house, or any other action unfitting as my wife. Now that you understand, you better spend the entire day tomorrow reflecting on your mistakes to fix your multitude of issues. Luckily for you, you have the entire house to yourself tomorrow. I'm gonna be spending the night over at my parents' house.
You're only telling me this now?
Hey, you stocked up on drinks, right? If not, you better hurry up and do so before I come home today. One of my coworkers is coming over tonight, so I'm expecting some beer and something meaty to go with it.
I understand. Got it.
This is such a great opportunity for you, you know that? Don't want to be messing it up like you did last time. I've been seeing the efforts you've been making in the past 2 weeks. I must say, it's not bad.
Thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
I guess you finally recognized your duty as my wife. I can finally feel some appreciation from your actions. You seem to understand your position in my household now. Oh, I wish so much that you had been like this from the very start. I wouldn't have had to be embarrassed in front of my parents and my coworkers all those times.
Yes, I agree. I feel the same.
This is so much better now that you're not complaining at every opportunity that you get. I love how much more obedient you are now. It really helps me remember that I'm the head of this house. Rightfully so, to be honest. You're also way happier now, right? I don't have to train you anymore now that you've realized your place.
Yes, I'm very happy. I deeply regret not realizing my place in this household sooner. How many of your coworkers will you be bringing home with you? I would also appreciate it if you could let me know if there are any food preferences or allergies.
Oh, don't worry about that. They'll eat anything. They're all young guys fresh out of college. Don't worry about salad or any healthy foods. They're all gonna be starving for meat and beer. They're gonna drink a ton for sure. It's probably for the best that you get a multiple 6-packs, or maybe a small keg. I'll be fine if you get me a selection of cheeses and a bottle of red. Maybe some ham and some nuts too.
I see. I'll be sure to do so.
Right, now that I've asked you, I'm expecting nothing less than your best. Hey, you want to hear something good? Those guys I brought home yesterday were all praising you and your cooking.
Is that so? I'm so delighted to hear that.
They were all loving your cooking, saying it was the best they've ever tasted. I'm not sure how drunk he was, but one of them thought he could get away with making comments about how hot you were right in front of me. I obviously told him that he's not laying a finger on my wife, but he said he was just trying to say that you were pretty for your age. I guess you do take care of yourself pretty well. I'm glad all those beauty products that you've been buying with my money aren't going to waste. Now that's the kind of wife I can be proud of.
Thank you. I aim to please.
As for the food, I guess some of the credit goes to me. It brings a tear to my eye seeing how much you've improved since you've started listening to me. It's like night and day since when you cooked for my parents.
That's kind of you to say.
Hey now, you're allowed to sound a little happier, you know? It's not a common occurrence for me to praise you after all.
Yes, I am very thankful.
Also, they mentioned that they wanted to come over again. I guess it can't be helped. It seemed like they were having a great time after all. Yeah, so I'll be leaving it up to you again when they do come over.
I understand. I will try to serve them to my best capabilities again.
Hey, where the hell are you? It hasn't been that long since we had this talk.
Are you home already?
Yes, that's right. I suppose it's all my fault because I've been praising you too much recently. You've regained your arrogance and forgotten that you're just a housewife, haven't you?
No, that's not the case.
It was just the other day that I trained you on this. Come on. You haven't made any food for me and my clothes are still on the sofa, not washed. Just because I didn't contact you about coming home early today, it doesn't mean you can abandon your duties. I won't be taking any excuses.
I'm sorry.
What? Do you want your points deducted again? You're on very thin ice right now, you know that? You have 10 points left. That's how close you are to our divorce.
Yes, I remember.
I don't think you understand. You should be far more scared than you are right now. You'll be homeless, you know that? Someone like you will have nowhere to go, no way to survive without me.
Do you mind if I say something?
Fine, if you have something to say, just say it.
I guess you're not aware of it, but we're divorced already.
Huh?
Yes, we are divorced. We aren't together anymore.
What kind of a joke is that?
It's not really a joke. Have you taken a look around the house? Do you notice anything? Like the absence of all of my belongings?
Wait, actually, if your stuff isn't here, where did it all go? And where are you?
It's not something that you need to know.
Do you think that's acceptable in any way? You don't have the right to just disappear without my permission. Stop acting on your own accord and come back right now.
You're a little slow, aren't you? First of all, I'm not your wife anymore. I told you that we're divorced. You are not my husband anymore. Secondly, the way that you think, your old-fashioned idea that a wife should be controlled by her husband is disgusting. You are in no way superior to me or any other woman. I am not your personal servant or object.
And what value do your words hold? I'm the man in the house. I earn the money and I pay for the house. You have to just shut up and listen to what I say.
I did actually. I listened to everything you said for a long time.
Well, you're a housewife. It's your job to do so. Your opinions hold no value as long as you're living in my house with my money. No, of course not. We're not divorced. That is something for me to decide. You're still my wife and you must do as I say.
You're so full of it. Do you even know how dumb you sound?
You're the one spouting nonsense here. I did not agree to a divorce. You're just making things up because you got a little upset. It's about time you calm down and come back home so that you can explain yourself.
Are you sure that you didn't agree? Do you want me to sign a pic or something? The divorce papers had everything filled in already, even your signature. I guess I can't really show you because I submitted them already. But thank you, though. You saved me a lot of work. All I had to do was sign my part and it was all ready to submit.
What divorce papers?
The ones that were in your desk? You were the one who told me about them, remember? Threatening that they were all signed and everything? That point system you were talking about? You were gonna get a divorce when I had 0 points left. It's a pretty stupid thing for you to come up with, but I thought I'd copy you. So, I gave you 100 points to start with. But it clearly wasn't a great idea seeing how you were in the negatives within a week. I don't think giving people scores like that is morally correct, but I will admit that it helped me to realize that this marriage wasn't working. Or, to be more precise, I realized that I shouldn't be wasting my time around human trash like you.
What the hell did you just say, woman?
Thank you for immediately proving my point. I don't want to spend another second of my life objectified as your possession. I really do wonder what was going through my head for me to marry someone like you in the first place. I've been regretting that decision every day for as long as I can remember.
Where does all this arrogance come from? Do you have no feeling of appreciation for having lived in my house using my money? I wasn't taking care of you so that you could come back and bite me like this.
I'm sorry, but who was taking care of who? I took care of absolutely every chore in the house. Everything. I was the one who always arranged the gifts for your parents on their birthdays and Christmas, even on their anniversary. And you would tell them the gifts were from you. You didn't even help me clean. Instead, you increased my workload by throwing your clothes everywhere and anywhere, knowing that I'm the one doing all the laundry. I would take care of absolutely everything. Then guess what? You'd be lying on the couch doing nothing but complaining about the way I did everything. Who the heck do you think you are to evaluate someone else using a stupid point system?
Okay, but so what? That was your job as a housewife. It's expected that you take care of things around the house. I'm the one who earns the money after all. I should have all the rights to say what happens in my own house.
So, what you're trying to say is that a person's worth is determined by how much they earn. If that's the case, do you mind earning a little more, please? If you were someone earning at least 6 figures, maybe I could tolerate your nonsense a little more. It wouldn't change the fact that you'd still be sexist and human trash, but I could at least understand where the arrogance comes from. Do you mind telling me how much your salary is?
Around 30K?
26,000 to be more precise. You think that kind of money can support the two of us? You go out drinking whenever you feel like it. But if you really thought that we had that kind of budget, you are naive or just ignorant. You always act so arrogant about how you're the one earning money. Maybe if you dropped some of your misogynistic ideas and allowed me to work, I would have increased your income tenfold.
It wouldn't have been a problem if we just budgeted our spending a little better, right? Maybe you could have just used cheaper ingredients.
And then who would be the one to complain? You would, and I'd be on the receiving end. Also, I was already budgeting our food spendings very well, not that you would be aware of it. None of it would matter anyways when you'd bring 6 people over a night thinking we had the money to pay for all the drinks to protect your fragile ego. At the end of it all, where was my money? I would work from morning to night, day after day, all that to earn nothing. I was never a housewife, just your servant who'd listen obediently to every order you'd give me with absolutely no reward at the end of the day.
That is what your job is as a housewife.
No, that is incorrect. That's just part of your sexist imagination. Anytime I try to find my own job so I could get us out of this mess, it would be you and your dumb parents to stop me at any cost. So, do you mind explaining to me how it would have been embarrassing for me to be working? Is it your fragile masculinity that wouldn't allow your wife to be earning more than you? I guess you got those messed up ideas from your parents, considering how they were against it too. What age do they think you're even living in, having such a strong opinion against a married woman working? Who cares if I went and earned more than you? Nothing would change. You were embarrassing enough already as my husband.
Did you really think of me like that?
Well, duh. I just made sure to not tell you so that your fragile ego wouldn't be hurt. I didn't want you getting upset and going into that little fit of yours.
You really think that you can just say something like that to your husband?
Yes, I am free to say whatever I want to whoever I want. Also, for the 10th time, you are not my husband. Right now would be a good time for you to drop the alpha male attitude. It's getting a little embarrassing. Not that it wasn't before, but there really shouldn't be anything left to source your ego.
You're the one who's getting arrogant over nothing. You went and got divorced. Now what? You clearly weren't thinking very far ahead. Where are you gonna live? How are you gonna afford anything? You're a woman. You're never gonna find a job, let alone one that will pay for a house.
Well, thanks for worrying about me, but it's pretty meaningless considering I already have a job.
Wait, how? Didn't you get the divorce just recently?
Oh, I guess you really didn't know. But yeah, I've been working already for the past few months. So there really isn't any worrying for me to do about what to do after becoming single.
I'm surprised that you could find a job so quickly even though you're a woman. So what, are you a janitor now? Or a caretaker?
I'm really glad that we split up. I'll let someone else fix your sexism and rudeness. Anyway, one of my old coworkers reached out to me. She decided to become independent and start her own business. She invited me to go work with her, so that's where I work now.
How did you get away with all of this without me knowing? Weren't you at home the entire time? You were even cooking and cleaning just like usual.
Yeah, I was at home. It's also true that I still took care of all the work around the house. I did all of that using the time I had when you weren't there to work remotely for my new job. During those few months, I managed to save up a pretty large sum for me to become independent. I didn't have to plan about what to do after divorcing because I'd already made all of my preparations.
How is that even possible?
I don't know either, to be honest. Considering the hours I'd spend working remotely, I'd expected you to notice pretty soon. That clearly wasn't the case because you'd always go out drinking and come home late, just to complain that the food I'd made was cold already. The few times you came home early without notifying me at all, I was out grocery shopping. It's honestly a miracle that you never found out. When I first got the job offer, I calculated how long I'd have to work to safely become independent. After figuring out that it was only a couple months, I just had to make sure that you wouldn't notice in the time being. I didn't want you ruining my plans, so I made my best efforts to pretend that I became your obedient wife you'd always wanted. It certainly wasn't easy. The number of times you made me want to scream in your face. But thankfully, it all worked out. The past couple months, you were just about tolerable. I managed to find myself a new place to move into and had sufficiently earned the funds to do so. The biggest issue of actually getting the divorce was a non-issue, thanks to someone who did most of the work for me.
So you were just tricking me. Of course you were. I was thinking it was weird how someone like you could suddenly become a good wife. Women always have to resort to acts of deceit.
I know I shouldn't be happy hearing that, but it really does bring joy to me knowing that I no longer have to deal with you being a part of my life. To think that there could be such a huge difference in the way I feel hearing the same thing I heard months ago. I really should have got this divorce way earlier. It feels great.
Did you really think about it? A divorce means that we're not husband and wife anymore.
Wait, actually, no way. I couldn't have asked for anything more. That's the absolute best. I think that I could be the happiest person on the planet right now. For sure I am, no doubt.
Do you really hate me enough to make such a big deal about it?
No, I don't hate you. Hate is not the right word. It's more like I'm incapable of breathing the same air as you. Knowing that you're somewhere out there living on the same planet disgusts me. The entire time we were married, I was far too occupied with trying not to disturb your mood or ego, to the point that I no longer had any feelings or desires to do anything for you. nor did I expect anything in return. Any emotion I felt in relation to you was unpleasant at first. I don't remember whether that was anger, fear, or disappointment. Want to know why? Because I started to try to cope by killing any emotions I felt towards you so that I could live every day while seeing your face. So, to answer your question, no, I do not hate you. I simply just want to erase your existence from my memory.
Why didn't you say so much earlier if you were suffering so much?
You very well know the answer to that one yourself, right?
But it's going to be so embarrassing for me when I tell my parents, and coworkers too, that I got divorced. What am I even going to tell them? I don't know how to explain to them why we broke up.
How about you simply tell them the truth? You were never married. You just had a servant who you called your wife. Also, I don't want to hear anything from you about being embarrassed. It was far more embarrassing for me to have lived all that time married to you.
That is so mean. Anyways, how do you plan on living from now on? I am not sending you any money.
I don't need a single cent from you, thank you very much. It would be like stealing from a homeless person's donation box. I'd feel far too bad. I told you that I already have a job and that I've been saving up these past couple months. Besides, I was hiding it to not hurt your already damaged ego. But my salary is more than double what you earn. You don't have the right or need to be worrying about me.
Double? Actually?
Yup. If I wasn't earning at least that much, I wouldn't be able to move into a new house so soon. It feels great knowing that I'll have some form of disposable income. To be honest with you, it was ridiculous that the amount I had available as your wife was no different than the pocket money I received as a high schooler. But I'm finally free from that life. I don't have to hold back going to the salon or ask for permission every time there's something I want to buy. I feel so much happiness knowing that I've regained my rights as a working adult. Life feels so much better getting paid for the work I do and being able to spend it freely.
But how are you earning twice as much as me? You're a woman and you were just employed recently nonetheless.
Well, the industry is pretty unique, I must say, and as such, special qualifications are required. I worked hard to be qualified, so I am a very valuable employee. Suffice to say, my salary is justified.
Okay, fine, I understand all the trouble that you went through. So, how about this? I won't tell you to be a dedicated housewife anymore. No more of that. I'll tell my parents that they don't force you to either. You're free to continue working as you please. I guess if we're both working, we'll have a lot more financial ease, right?
And what are you trying to suggest here? Are you trying to promote me from being your slave to your personal bank account?
No, that's not what I was getting at. I simply just wanted to apologize. I recognize now that I was completely at fault for making you take care of all the work around the house. I'm really sorry. From now on, we can split the chores between us, so...
But you're a man, though. We can't be splitting the chores. Women have to take care of everything around the house, right?
Okay, well that's what I was taught by my parents, and I never thought twice about it being wrong. Oh, please think again about this divorce, and I promise I will change my ways of thinking.
You're very welcome to keep your sexism and misogyny, just not around me or anyone that I care for. Besides, I don't believe you're capable of changing the way you think without significant help from another person. And I certainly don't want to volunteer myself to help you when I received no help from you during the entire time of our marriage. I've already told you about how I've conditioned myself to feel no emotion toward you. I don't want you breathing the same air as me, and I would need some serious therapy just to be able to see your face.
Okay, I get it, but all of that is about what I did to you in the past. I'm telling you that I'm willing to change. Are you seriously gonna abandon me like this?
Oh, I'm so proud of you. You're willing to change? That's great. Is that how you were raised by your parents? You must be delusional if you think I'm going to change my decision over a few words. The damage you did to me is permanent. The only purpose of your apology is to make yourself feel better. It has no meaning for me. If you really are feeling sorry for me, the best thing you can do to redeem yourself is to never talk to me ever again.
I'm not just sorry, I'm telling you I'm also willing to change.
And that is also meaningless for me. Consider it a miracle that I ever married you. I guess it only happened because you only showed your true self after I became your wife.
Okay, I get it now. I also had a lot of issues on my side. I'm really sorry. I'm not just willing to change, I've changed already. I already think differently from how I used to, all thanks to you. So please don't leave me. Come back.
I would say that's a solid 30-point deduction.
What?
Oh, it's based off how you said you were also in the wrong. Also? Also? What do you mean by that? You're implying that I'm at least partially at fault? For what exactly?
I simply just worded that wrong, so don't get so mad about it.
Is that so? It sounded more like you didn't really know what you were apologizing for. You were just apologizing for the sake of it, thinking that it would solve something, right? It's exactly that way of thinking that you need to change. Doing whatever you think would put you in the best spot without any real thought or reflection. Change is something that takes a lot of time. You can't just say that you've changed. It doesn't work like that. I'm sure it would take years, if not decades, to get rid of your sexism and rotten views of women. Good luck ever finding another person who'll tolerate as much of your nonsense as I did. Bye. Don't talk to me ever again.
Oh, wait, please don't leave me just yet. I'll change myself for you, I promise.
I don't remember you ever keeping a promise you made to me. Besides, you should be changing for your own self, not for me. I no longer have anything to do with you. Whether you change or not is neither relevant nor is it of my interest. If you'd like to change, go ahead and do so. Bye.
Huh? Oh, wait. Seriously, is this it? Hello? Oh, wait, it's not too late to fix things. Please, I'm sorry.
He clearly didn't seem like he learned his lesson, especially with how he was being so persistent, even after I told him that the best he could do to reflect was to not talk to me. I was serious about that, but I guess he didn't understand. So yeah, I ended up blocking him on all social media, and his parents too, as they also did not seem to understand their son's fault. There was a chance that they'd reach out to my parents, so I had my parents block them all as well. It did mean that I had to give my dad a little tutorial on how to block someone's contact. I was talking to one of my friends the other day who happens to be one of Ray's coworkers, and apparently he comes to the office every day with his shirt full of creases, muttering to himself about his regrets. I'm not a nice enough person to feel bad for his misfortune. If anything, it puts a smile on my face instead, knowing that he's living miserably. As for me, I've been in high spirits ever since moving to my new home. I'm glad I made the decision to actively salvage myself out of that miserable marriage. I shall proudly grant myself plus 100 points. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit like if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe to see more similar content. See you in the next video!